What up, Battle? Old 64 here. Thanks for stopping by my shop again. Today, we're going to go ahead and install a window switch in my bullnose Ford truck. Let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, here we are, the passenger side door, and here's the window switch. You can see that the cover plate is missing. Since I bought the truck, it's been missing. And I did a thread on the forums on how you can replace it with a GM part. I'll give you the part number and we'll go ahead and modify the switch. But when I posted that thread, I did the driver's side door and then I bought parts for the passenger side door, but the switch that I bought was bad. You can hear the fan on the truck running, so I have the ignition on, but you'll see that this switch right here is good. It's just missing the cover plate. Window up, window down. So I'm going to go ahead and modify a General Motors switch and put it in here with a cover plate, and we'll be set for the car show. Let's go ahead and disconnect that battery. I figure I better go ahead and do what right looks like and remove all my watches, rings, and dangly things. So I'm going to disconnect the batteries, and then I'll use gentle pry tools, and then we'll replace that switch. I'll give you an unboxing of it. I don't know if people find that interesting, but okay. So a little bit of corrosion on that. It feels sort of bad about that. Looking like a hobo truck. I do like these military style battery terminals, and I've posted before on the forums about it. So make sure your negative comes off first so we can access this side. I've seen some sparks underneath before when I did things the wrong way, and I had batteries connected, and I was I think messing with the block drains is what I was doing. Go ahead and take that guy off. All right, so I got this battery disconnected. Let's go to the other side. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and disconnect this guy. And it doesn't get very cold here in Oklahoma, but it starts effortlessly since I moved the glow plugs to a manual switch instead of having the factory controller. So I got the battery disconnected. The only thing I'll have to do is reset the time and date when I hook everything back up. Let's head inside the cab of the truck and get this switch figured out. Okay, got the battery disconnected. Got my gentle pry tool. So let's go ahead and take this guy out. It's really going to be too easy. There we go. Let's go ahead and compare it to the new part. Here's the old switch. We saw that it worked. It had 6 male plugs on the back. Here's the new switch. We can see the part number, 901016. If you look it up in the parts catalog, it's for a bullnose era Chevy truck, but we'll find out how to modify it to work in our bullnose Ford truck. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. There's tremor for you. Here's the receipt from my local parts store. I like to buy parts locally. And then here's the switch itself with the cover plate. Don't need the plastic. Here it is. The cover plate's really close to the Ford OE part. And in the back, we can see it's missing one of the male plugs, and then one of these plugs is extra long. What we're going to do is we're going to use a rotary tool and grind down this long plug, and then the missing plug isn't going to matter, because if you look at the female receptacle on the truck, it actually has a dummy socket, so it doesn't need that extra male plug. Let's go ahead and get the rotary tool and get this ground down. Okay, here's my rotary tool. Put on some safety glasses. Put on a grinding shield. Want to wear proper PPE. Here's the switch. There's tremor for you, Battle. We don't want it to heat up too much and damage the switch. So I've let it cool down for a minute. Let's go ahead and finish her up. There we go, Battle. It's ready to go in. Let's head back over to the truck and see if it worked. All right, Battle, here we are back out at the truck, and I need to put this in and see if it works. Now, when you put it in, remember, there's this dummy plug. If you do this and then you put the switch into the receptacle and it doesn't work, you might want to go ahead and turn the switch around. I'm going to put it in this way. Put that in. Okay, let's go ahead and hook back up the battery. I'll see you back here in a second. All right, let's go ahead and connect the battery again. Remember, we start with negative. Use my rubber mallet here, the wooden handle. Come on, old 64. There we go. Got that guy nice and tight. There we go, Battle. All right. Get the battery reconnected. Negative first. Positive. Get that loose so we can position everything. Drive it on a little bit. All right. I actually got a battery charger that I leave the batteries on the truck hooked up to the charger. It's a 0.8 amp battery tender. So these batteries are from 2016, so they're 6 years old, so they're at the maximum life. I had bought a 6-month battery from one of the big budget warehouse for my riding lawnmower, and it lasted 2 years, and then I only had it on a charger before each season. So I think chargers or maintainers or tenders are a good investment because you can't buy good batteries anymore. Do you know of a place to get a good battery that's more than like a 15 millisecond life? If you do, make sure you leave the comments. Tell us down below. Of course, it's probably going to be about at least $400 when I get new batteries for this truck, because you want to replace them as a set, just like tires. So I'll get to do that before too long. Guess I'll get to make a video of it. There we go. Nice and tight. Put the shrouds back on, and ready to go. All right. Now make sure you wash your hands after putting the battery cables back on the battery, because, you know, it's lead terminals. You don't want that nasty stuff on your hands or anywhere near your face. So let's go ahead and get back in the truck and test out that switch. All right, I got the battery hooked up. Let's turn on the ignition to run. You can hear the fan. There's the window up. There's the window down. And then all we need to do, there we go. Up, down. So Battle, got that in. I'll go ahead and show you the original one just to compare. You can tell maybe it's a little bit different, but like I've said before, my truck isn't ever going to be in the Concours d'Elegance. So as long as the guy with the red beard doesn't find out, I think we'll be okay. So make sure that you like and subscribe with that notification bell on. I do videos every week and post them on Friday. You think it's not a big deal? Let me know. Tell me in the comments. See you next time, Battle.